Hi, welcome. Today I'm going to show you how I transition my curry leaf plant from winter hibernation to spring rejuvenation in the cold north. It's the month of April and the weather starts warming up. There will be temperature fluctuations, sun, wind, and rain to deal with. Mr. Sun has decided to show up today, and the temperature is going to warm up to 17 degrees centigrade. So I am opening my doors and taking my plant outdoor for a field day. There are four things to consider when you take an indoor plant outdoors: temperature, sunlight, wind, and humidity. It's around 6 a.m., but I have to wait until it warms up to 10 degrees centigrade or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a 10-degree rule. I will explain that later in this video. I would wait for the temperature to rise to at least 12 degrees centigrade to take my plant outside. The time is 7 a.m. and the temperature is 11 degrees. So I bring my plant outside and place it on my deck. Moving a plant outside is not a simple exercise. I cannot chuck the plant outside and forget it for the rest of the day. I find the best spot where sunlight is not too strong or too weak and place it, say, in a Goldilocks zone. Using a tall furniture or existing shrub works. This is my barbecue, still wearing its winter coat. It could act as a windbreaker to stop strong winds from lashing the leaves and branches. Now the time is 9:30 a.m. and the temperature is 12 degrees centigrade, but it feels like 10 degrees. The weather prediction shows a steady increase in temperature. I place my plant behind the trellis, which could provide dapple sunlight. Watch and keep following an incremental exposure to light to create a bulletproof sun shield for the plant. A failed transition can stun the plant for years to come. The ivy on the arbor also provides shade during the later part of the day. If your plant stayed indoor in a darker place, try to increase the light gradually. You may take it out for maybe 1 hour or a few hours to transition it into the outdoor conditions. The first thing to do is to water the plant. I give it a very nutritious drink. In my next video, I will show you how to make this plant tonic. I have diluted it to feed my plant. It has micronutrients to strengthen my curry leaf plant and protect it from disease. So don't forget to subscribe to get all the information regarding this plant tonic, which will help the health of your plant. Now it is midday and the temperature has climbed to 16 degrees centigrade. The weather forecast shows that the temperature increases until 3 p.m. I walk outside to check on the plant, which has been moved to the shady spot beside the arbor. The intensity of light has increased. The sun's rays are piercing the leaves. If the leaves get scorched, then it goes to a place of no return. Perhaps the light breeze now can fan the plant to cool it a bit. This is the time to take good care of your plant. It can be moved indoor or to a shadier spot. I decided to leave it outside as the plant has spent its winter with the same amount of light behind the glass door. You could perform a simple test to see the intensity of light. Place your hand above the plant to cast a shadow on the leaves. If the shadow is dark, then the strength of sunlight is high. A weaker, dull shadow indicates medium light. Depending on the light, you can move the plant to a safer position to save it from the bright light. The UV rays of the sunlight can enhance the production of darker leaves in your curry leaf plant. But high levels of UV rays can lead to yellowing and burning of the leaves, which results in cell death. Moderate UV exposure can increase the plant's resistance to pathogens and pests. If you don't have any shade to protect your plant, you can use a cloth as a curtain to cut down the bright light. Let me drag my plant to safety before it is baked by the bright sunlight. Earlier, I have noticed that there are some flies and insects hovering around the plant and on the planter too. What are these guys doing here? It is because of the scale insects. The scale insects are a pest on curry leaf plant, increasing mostly in the winter months. They excrete a sweet stuff called honeydew, and as the name implies, it is sweet and attracts cluster flies. And the fly that looks like the bee is a hoverfly. They perform a free cleanup of the sticky stuff, and in the process, they also lap up some of the young scale insects. Outdoor has its own advantages. A gentle breeze is cooling off the heat. The soft shadows of the plant is an indication of the light it is receiving. When you look at the angle of the leaves, it shows the bright light it endured before moving into the shade. Now the wind is a little stronger and it could help to shake off some of the pests harboring under the leaves. Today seems to be a wonderful day for my curry leaf plant to have a day out and enjoy the spring weather. The temperature has been constantly rising. Now it is after 4 p.m. and it stands at 15 degrees centigrade. Soon it shows the temperature declining and cooling down. We have to check the level of sunlight the plant receives. Good airflow is essential for the plant to establish and grow into a bushy plant. The sun shines strong on my plant. I place my hand above the plant to see the darkness of the shadow, and it seems to be quite effective, and there could be a move from this spot. After 5 p.m., there is a drastic decline in temperature and it's going down to single digits. As soon as the sun goes down and the temperature dips low, it's time to bring my curry leaf plant indoors. In Canada and northern states of USA, spring weather is a bit tricky. So, during spring transition, pay attention to the weather predictions and frost warnings in your region to leave your prized curry leaf plant outdoors throughout the night. Before moving the plant indoor, I check the soil. This feels quite dry as water has been absorbed and evaporated. The outdoor evaporation rate is significantly higher than the indoor stagnant air. So, watering the plant is very crucial at this time of the day and especially today due to the winds. Give it a good soak and let the leaves dry before moving the plant indoor for its slumber. I follow a 10-degree rule to leave my plant outdoors at night. Let me explain it. When the temperature goes below 10 degrees, it causes irreversible damage to the plant. It could trigger a cold shock and cut down its cell functions. When the plant is in a pot, the root could freeze even for plants that are hardy for your zone. The pot cannot insulate delicate roots from low temperatures and frost. The fresh new growth is very sensitive to low temperatures. So before it reaches 10 degrees centigrade, I move my plant to its winter spot. My plant had a sun bath, a good health tonic, and the leaves were cleaned, so it's ready for a good night. Bringing the plant indoor at night and moving it outdoors for the sunlight helps the curry leaf plant in its hardening process. It will regenerate with extra vigor. I guess the sunlight to moisture ratio today was excellent, and so my plant will have a great growth spurt. Try the slow transition process and let me know how your plants respond. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe and share with your friends. Happy growing. Thank you. Bye bye.